All right, got the brew ready to do
I do. I got it.
with the brew.
I'm ready with the brew.
Ready to do with the brew.
So this 6-pack is $10.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just picked it out. I had no idea.
Wow.
It's kind of expensive, maybe.
I mean, for
I don't think
for
I've heard
a
of-
lager,
There's another version. It was brown walnut or something, which
right?
looked pretty good. But anyway, are we ready? Should we do it?
Do it. Do it.
All right. Hello and welcome to this epic disaster.
Hi, guys. What's the matter?
I don't know. I just thought I'd do a little silence.
Did you get stuck for a second? You look like you got stuck for a
No,
second.
I started to do something, and then I just thought, no, I don't want to start that way. And then I just didn't know how I wanted to start. And then
So you got stuck.
I didn't start at all.
Okay.
It was just like a mystery start.
Do you know what this beer doesn't have on it? The alcohol content.
A lot of beers don't.
That's
I don't know if
weird.
that's required, but some beers don't have it. What's this? What's in here? What's that say?
It says, Jesus, it's tiny.
Really?
That's what she said.
Hey, now.
No, it says, no, it's just some serial number.
Yeah, I feel like the way we start our show, sometimes we just lose everybody who might be wanting to listen to us. You've reached this epic disaster. We are a real podcast, despite what you might hear. We start our show doing a live beer review, and that's what we're doing. We're looking at the beer. We've never had this beer, and obviously we don't know how to work beer anymore. So we're going to crack this open. Sherry cannot drink beer. If you listen to last week's podcast, you know she's taking a sip this time. I will be drinking the entire beer.
Other than a sip.
She's on a diet. What is it?
It's a ketogenic diet.
Okay, I don't know
Which
totally
means
what that is, but
this particular diet is low carb, high fat, moderate protein.
okay.
And because of that, did you
We should
miss?
probably keep. Yeah,
Huh.
we should probably keep. We should probably keep the can so we can read it. I
That yeah.
threw it away,
just
but it
throw
bounced
the
right
shit away
back.
before I'm done.
Let me just say, because I poured it, it's the color of light honey. It looks like honey that water has been added to.
It's kind of pretty. It's called, in case you were wondering, shit. It's not called shit. It's called Louisville Lager. It's Goodwood.
Goodwood.
Made in Louisville, Kentucky. It's lager aged on white ash.
Made with Kentucky-grown malted barley.
And it says touched by wood, brewed with...
Now I'm not one to drink it. That's not good at all.
You can find them at goodwood.beer. And this, again, doesn't say anywhere on it how much alcohol is in it, unless I'm super blind, which is not a
Well, I don't think
question.
I think that's kind of a new thing that beers have started doing, and I don't even know that it's something that they have to do.
No,
Do you? I mean,
I don't think it's
not necessary.
No, we can look it up.
Yeah,
but
they do have it says goodwood.beer. I'm guessing that's goodwood.beer.com. I don't know.
No, it's .beer.
Huh?
It's .beer.
Really? Is that like an ending thing now?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I figured you could go there. Maybe they'll have the
The
if you
content.
want to know, it'll have the alcohol content. I, however, just want to taste it. I want to drink it.
I just had a sip of my vodka
You're
soda.
drinking vodka. See, here's the thing I don't understand is you're on a diet. I kind of feel like this might be a scam just to be able to drink all of the liquor in my house. You come over like, I can't have beer. And then you like load up on liquor.
I did not load up on anything.
You have loaded up. You've
And
got
I
like a
will-
full glass of vodka over there.
That's vodka soda, dear. It's
I
not all
know.
vodka.
It's enough.
It's plenty for me, yeah.
It's a whole bunch.
But I will be bringing another bottle of vodka over because
I'm
I
smelling
did
it.
drink all yours.
I dealt it. I smelled it.
That's disgusting.
It's very light smelling.
Like as in,
Like a light beer would be. It doesn't have. Yeah,
light.
it doesn't have like a really strong smell to it.
this is true.
And it kind of smells a little.
But I do smell something in there.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
sure.
might be
Maybe
smelling
that's
the
just
glass.
the glass.
It could be the glass.
Maybe the
Because
glass
you'd only
is
have like a sip in there.
Dirty AF.
Yours looks like backwash. That's what you're.
But it came out of the
I
can
know, but I'm
first.
just saying. Psychologically, I couldn't drink that. I would have to toss it out because it's like that's all backwash.
Will you take a sip of your beer and tell me what you think?
All right, here I go. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so your first reaction, I'm looking at your face, and it went, huh.
Okay.
Like a dog that doesn't understand a sound. Huh. And what do you think?
All right. Okay.
I'm going to taste mine.
Okay. That's not what I thought.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
it is.
It's got Are we tasting the white ash? And not ass.
I don't want to taste your white ash.
This was not aged in white ass.
No.
Because that's
Well,
disgusting.
not, but it was touched by wood, so I don't even know.
Okay. So, anywho,
All right, well, we'll kind of
We'll let you know.
enjoy it throughout the
well, Rick will.
program, and then at the end of the whole thing, we'll tell you what we think about it. I've got some ideas already.
Yeah.
Good wood. That's good wood. It tastes like wood. No, it doesn't.
That's what she said.
It doesn't taste.
There's so many jokes, and all I can come up with is that's what she said.
Yeah, that's just the old standard joke. You know, we're going to talk about jokes. Well, we can do that right now.
Okay.
Because somebody last week asked us to talk about our favorite comedian
That's right.
and our favorite comedy bit.
Yeah.
So,
So
We should do that.
let's start once upon a time in a
See-
galaxy far, far away
yeah, okay.
called Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah. I don't know that mine would be a surprise. You know my comedy gods.
I do.
I know who you like. I think I know who it is. I think I know who your favorite comic is. I was trying to think, and it just hit me. I think I know.
There's one.
I think I know.
I mean, I have several. I intend to
know.
list them.
I know.
Not all of them,
Uh-huh.
but a lot of them. And,
Yeah.
But the first one, when I first fell in love with stand-up comedy,
Okay.
I had seen some stand-up before this, but
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with stand-up comedy when I saw Jake Johansson.
You saw him live?
No,
Oh,
I
on
saw
TV?
a special he did on
Well,
TV.
I know that he's one of your favorites.
Yes.
We almost got to go see him because I think he was performing here.
Yeah.
He does a podcast, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I've listened to it.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if he'd be on our podcast. Hey, Jake. You wanna be on
Hi,
our
Jake.
Well, okay, so we should, and people, if they've listened to our other podcast, and even this one, know, because we've talked about it, I used to do stand-up.
Yes, you did.
So I started doing stand-up probably 85, 1985, maybe 84, somewhere in there. I believe it was around 85, though.
Okay.
And so at that time, I was like really into it, and so I would, I would read the trade papers and all that, and so I would like Jerry Seinfeld was just a club comedian,
Right.
No, I mean I knew his name,
Sure.
but a lot of people didn't. He traveled around and did. He was one of the top, and I can remember when he did an HBO special, but he wasn't like he is now, one of the big gods. So. But Jake Johansson was one of those guys that I would
Yeah.
hear about,
Yeah.
just like Seinfeld.
Uh-huh.
He was in that whole crew.
Yep.
And I loved his delivery. He had such a great delivery.
Excellent delivery.
Kind of
And I think I learned timing from him.
Yeah, great timing. Wonderful
Yes.
timing. Because he
Yes.
would do that little stammer, and then he would.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But, the whole delivery of that was just perfect.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Okay, so Jake was your first.
I imagine he's still good. I just haven't seen anything of his in a while.
He is good. He is good. I
Yeah.
see him on TV or something not too long ago, which I thought was kind of cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So I am also a huge, huge fan of Jim Gaffigan.
Yes.
They call him the clean comic.
I don't know.
He's really
sort of clean.
He's sort of clean. He doesn't use a lot of profanity.
Right.
I don't know that he uses any, to be honest with you. But not everything he talks about is considered quote unquote clean.
Right.
I just did air quotes with my voice.
Yes, just throw them out.
So I like Jim Gaffigan. I haven't heard anything from Noble Ape yet, which is one of his most recent releases.
He is
He's on tour again. He tours all the
Traveling
time.
like crazy. I mean, and selling out and just doing huge shows.
But what he's on tour for right now, because I follow him on social media.
Me too.
And what he has said is that if you own or have seen Noble Ape, what he's touring for right now, which I don't know the name of it offhand, is it's not Noble Ape.
Right.
So, and Noble Ape just came out last year. How
Yeah.
does he get this material? I mean, I know he writes with his wife, Jeannie.
Right.
They write together. They are a team. They have a TV show. I don't know if that's still going on, but they had a TV show, and they both wrote that.
Yep.
I'm sure with other folks.
That's not still going on.
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
I don't know. But, I mean, they write together. They're kind of a neat couple.
He's
like
one of
that.
those comedians that I don't know how to explain this, but he's so non-threatening that if he did say something really dirty and he was in front of a church crowd even, I think they would forgive him by the next joke.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him do that where he'll say something that's like, "Whoa, that's a little
And then he
brave
goes
for
back,
him."
yeah.
And then he's just forgiven immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he in kind of your top list, or?
I like him. He's not in. I don't even know that I have a top list.
I don't really either.
I know somebody that you're not mentioning. That's your
I
favorite
will.
comedian.
Hold on. He's
Okay.
not actually my favorite.
One of your favorites.
One of my favorites.
One of your favorite comedians.
I will get to him.
Okay.
I just wanted to mention, do you know who said this? Somebody said this very, very recently. They said they don't do Netflix specials and Comedy Central specials and things like that. They only perform live because they want to know if you repeat their joke, it's because you came and saw it. Do you know who said that?
I don't, but they sound boring.
It was very recently.
No.
It was very recent. Anyways,
I don't know.
I'll figure it out. Moving on.
Uh-huh.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Yes.
I've always liked him, and I'm so glad because he's one of those comedians that sort of like Mark Maron, where he was just, his career seemed to sort of be burning out.
Mm-hmm.
And Maron's career got saved by podcasting, but Bill Burr, I was like, man, he's so good, and people don't know him, and he's kind of dying. And then something happened, and I don't know if it was podcasting or if he was on podcasts a lot.
Maybe.
But he started getting on shows and started touring, and he really started catching fire again, and I'm so glad. And now he's just doing really well.
His anger
Yeah.
at the world and everyone in it is very refreshing because he's not evil about it. He's just mad.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
and he's very funny about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely a fan.
Okay.
He does a bit about farmers markets that cracks me up. You should look it up on YouTube. Let's see, who else can I think? Oh, Lewis Black. I mean, hi.
We saw Lewis Black live.
We
in
did
person.
at the Tivoli.
He was a little. I think we felt that night he was a little more reserved than we expected him to be.
He was. He didn't seem as energetic as he can be.
I think he was doing a big show the next day, even though this was a huge show as far as space was concerned.
At the Tivoli?
Yeah, it was big. It's huge.
Tivoli's not huge.
It was big.
You keep telling yourself that.
It was.
Okay.
It was gigantic.
All right.
And it was sold out. I mean, there was balcony and everything. And then, but I think he was saving it for another show.
I mean, the
Maybe.
dude does or has done like Madison Square Garden.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So Tivoli's not huge.
Okay.
But anyways, yes, Lewis Black,
Mm-hmm.
when he's on and when his energy is outright and he's just ranting away, I'm in hysterics.
Okay.
I can't stand it anymore.
Okay.
How about you mention some of yours?
Well, you haven't done all yours. You said you were going to mention somebody.
I mean, I thought you were talking about Bill Burr.
No.
Oh. Am I forgetting someone?
Yes.
Holy shit.
One of your favorite comedians.
Stephen Wright?
No, I know you like Stephen Wright.
We saw him too.
We did see him.
At the Bijou.
Eddie Izzard.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of your favorite all-time comedians.
One of my favorite all-time comedians.
When I first met you, you were like almost obsessing about him.
I have seen Dress to Kill
Yeah.
so many times. I
Right.
can recite it.
Jeezy crazy. Yeah.
Don't call me Cheesy Crazy. Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised that, and I mean, I know I'm not making fun. I forget half the things that I think are important anyway.
I do too. I'm old.
When I was growing up, I was a big comedy nerd at a time when comedy nerds weren't kind of popular. Mm-hmm. And all of my friends were learning the lyrics and music to Led Zeppelin
Sure.
and Van Halen and things like that. And I was learning the stand-up routines from comedians that were my favorite comedians. So I had
Right.
this trinity, my comedy trinity, when I was growing up, when
Oh,
I was in
neat.
high school.
Okay.
Robin Williams,
Oh, yeah.
Steve Martin,
Oh, yeah.
and George Carlin.
Yes.
So that was the trinity, and I listened to them nonstop, especially George Carlin. Carlin was kind of, almost like godlike to me, and Steve Martin was the first comedian that I think I ever saw that made me, and you know me, I don't laugh a lot. Made me laugh so hard that I fell on the floor, and I was a kid, and he was on like the Rich Little show,
Right.
Rich Little was also one of my favorites, but and I didn't know who he was, but he just caught me immediately. And then Robin Williams, I just loved his improv and just manic personality and everything. And so when I started doing stand-up, I think my heroes were Jerry Seinfeld. I like him okay. But I really liked Paul Reiser, who just
he's great.
doesn't do a lot of stand-up anymore.
But did you know that they're bringing back Mad About You?
I've heard that, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, I don't know. But I always liked his stand-up, and he wasn't that popular as a stand-up. He's more popular as an actor, I think.
But I do remember his stand-up prior to being an actor, and he was good.
Yeah, I think sometimes he was a little above the audience's head, which I was always accused of being as well. So, he was sort of a hero. But I would say now, to me, the best comedian working today who can't work right now is Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Who I just feel like he's just the full package, and I don't mean that. That's not a pun.
Oh, yes, it is.
But I just think he's brilliant. I also think Chris Rock is in that same category of brilliance. I think Chris Rock might be possibly, there's this thing about Richard Pryor that everybody's like, he's the best stand-up comic doing it today.
Sure.
And it's sort of that same thing about Lenny Bruce. If you listen to Lenny Bruce, and I've listened to Lenny Bruce, and I like a lot of stuff, but I think Carlin was so much better than Lenny Bruce.
But Lenny Bruce was breaking the mold for Carlin to come in.
Lenny Bruce was so much more than a stand-up, though. Carlin was just straight stand-up. Lenny Bruce was a social commentator, and he just had so much more. But you're right. He was busting down a lot of walls for Carlin, but I just feel like Carlin did it better. And I don't know that Carlin would agree with that when he was alive. But I feel like kind of like when I watch Richard Pryor, and I really, really like a lot of Richard Pryor.
Me too.
I feel like Chris Rock is to Richard Pryor as George Carlin was to Lenny Bruce. I feel like Chris Rock is just a better stand-up altogether. I think he's more brilliant. I just think he's really, really, he's just a better stand-up than Richard Pryor.
He's definitely got some skills. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And you can't look away. He enthralls you. He keeps you in the show.
Yeah.
And I like that. But see, Eddie Izzard does that too. He definitely, I've seen some of his stuff that kind of wanes a bit.
Sure.
But when he was like at his height, he definitely kept you just listening the whole time.
Yeah.
The reason I like Dressed to Kill so much is because he's got a lot of facts in there. You're learning things, and he's using historical matter in a funny way. And I like that. I like that better than just stupid jokes.
Now, is that your favorite performance, the Dressed to Kill?
Yes, it is. Yes.
I think mine would be, and I could change this at some point.
Okay.
But mine would be, I think Carlin had 2 albums. One was called On the Road. I believe that's right. And one was called Back to School.
Okay.
Both of those are just, I memorized even his breath. I mean, I would just, when he would take a breath, I could do the whole thing.
Sure.
So both of those are my favorite Carlin albums, and he did others that I really liked as well.
Now, prior to Dressed to Kill coming out, my all-time favorite prior to that, because now that's my all-time favorite show. But prior to that, it was Delirious by Eddie Murphy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing now. When you start mentioning that, then another one comes up and you're like, oh, crap. I forgot. I love that. Because I loved Sam Kinison.
Oh, yes.
And Billy Crystal's You Look Marvelous album. I mean, you can't, how do you do it?
You can't pick one favorite.
No, you can't.
It's not possible. It's like music or movies, any kind of art form. There's no way I can say that's my all-time favorite.
Yeah, there's 50 million Bill Cosby albums that everybody says are just the greatest albums in the world. And so it's like, how do you pick one? And then
the only Bill Cosby album that I've listened to in its entirety is himself.
Yeah,
and I tell you, that's genius.
Yeah,
absolute genius.
Yeah. But then you got all the albums like Monty Python albums. I mean, you got sketch comedy. So it just doesn't stop. Fireside Theater.
You got The State. You got...
It doesn't stop. I mean, if we're going to start talking about TV shows, I mean, my favorite.
Kids in the Hall.
So,
Absolutely.
but I'm also a huge Monty Python fan. I mean, I love sketch comedy.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live.
Absolutely. So
we could
go on all day, but we're not going to because...
But I've got another question.
Oh.
That's going to go along with this. And it's really interesting when you think about it, is we just went on and on and on and never one time mentioned a female comic. And what is that about stand-up? There have been some fantastic female stand-up comics. There's this thing, I think Adam Carolla said a long time ago, that women aren't as funny as men. Women comics aren't as funny as men comics.
I disagree.
Well, I know, but we
didn't
didn't mention
mention
one.
any.
So, I mean, then now we've got to say, so I got to make a special category now. It's just like, all right, so if we're going to talk about women comics,
Yeah.
Who are
I'm
your
going to
favorites?
start with Kathy Ladman.
okay.
And then, what's her name? Damn it, I can't remember. A woman
Kathleen
similar to
Madigan?
her. Oh, I love Kathleen Madigan.
Yeah.
She's good. But there was someone else who looked similar to Kathy Ladman in physical features.
Oh,
From the late 80s, early 90s.
okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Possibly.
Okay, can you say names?
Well, I can pick my favorites.
Okay.
Well, first of all, what do you think of Ellen DeGeneres?
Oh, Ellen was great.
She was a
at
great
stand-up.
stand-up. Very
Yeah,
good stand-up.
very good
and
stand-up.
still good at stand-up, but she just doesn't do it as much.
But I mean, but she's still, I know on her show, that's not all scripted, so she's still got jokes.
Right.
But in a stand up performance,
Yeah.
she was excellent.
Stand-up, I love Rita Rudner.
That's who I was thinking about, Rita Rudner.
Gorgeous. I mean, she would
Yes.
always just look really fancy. And I was a little disappointed that she kind of,
Faded.
yeah, but I think she did it on purpose. She just got in doing some other things. I think she did some producing and directing and writing and stuff like that. I feel like, I mean, I love, and I don't know why, it's just suddenly, Elaine Boozler, also very good.
Also good.
I feel like, okay, I'll tell you my two favorite female stand-up comics.
Is one of them Nikki Glazer?
No, I like her. I think she's good. I feel like she's funnier than she allows her to be sometimes.
Like she holds back?
I feel like she I don't want to analyze it and I don't want to criticize it because it's an area that she chose and that's fine and she does it well. I feel like she goes down controversial areas just for the shock feature sometimes, and I don't feel like she needs to. I think she's so funny. It's kind of like Sarah Silverman, who I also think is brilliant, but Sarah Silverman just, I mean, she's very controversial, but that's good. It works for her. But it's just like, I would feel like, let somebody else do something else. I don't know that's a completely wrong attitude, but
I get it. I will tell you, years ago, I think the best female comedian stand-up show I ever saw, and this was early on in her career, fairly early on in her career, was performed by Janine Garofalo.
that's one of my top two female.
She's
comics.
an observant comic. She does observation comedy.
She's got her latest special is called If You Will. You can get it on Netflix, and it's still good.
Yeah.
It's still good. I mean, if you don't like politics in your comedy, you don't want to watch it, especially if you're not liberal, because she definitely leans that way. But she makes fun of that even. But I've always wanted to marry her.
I mean, me too. She's cute as hell.
The other, I feel like she might be the best stand-up comic who has ever been.
I think I know who you're going to talk about. Margaret Cho?
No, but I like
Oh.
Margaret Cho too.
Okay.
I think Paula Poundstone is the best female comic that has ever existed, possibly.
I would love to have on stage at the same time Paula Poundstone and Stephen Wright.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really good.
But I mean, it's funny because I'm a big what?
I just remembered
You remembered somebody
a
else?
show that I watched over and over and over and over again, and now I really want to watch it again.
What's that?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh yeah, man, she's very good.
Yes, very good.
You can't really stop.
Yeah,
I mean,
we have to stop though.
I
We're just
saw-
going on and on.
I used to have when Bob Goldthwait started as a comic, I hated him. I thought he ripped off Sam Kinison. I just didn't think he was original. I thought I couldn't stand the guy.
Right.
And then I saw a stand-up performance he did on HBO, and it blew me away. He was so good. And then he did his second one, and his second one was even better. And he's just a brilliant guy. He was playing a character, and now he's directing. I mean, that's what he does.
Yeah.
And he's just a cool guy. If you follow him on any social media, you just realize he's not that weird person
He's not.
was as a
He's
stand-up.
He's a socially acceptable, normal human being.
But one of the things I like about Maron's show, Mark Maron's
Yes.
WTF,
Yes.
is I learned a lot about new comedians who I'd never heard before. So I got
Sure.
exposed through that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not hear Maron. I didn't even know who he was, and until he did his podcast, and which was weird because I knew who almost every comedian in the world was, and I didn't know who Mark Maron was. So it's like
Oh.
I learned who he was through his podcast, and I saw him perform.
We've seen
here.
him.
I think it was the performance we saw.
It was. We
'Cause-
saw him at the Laughing Skull.
Well, I know, but
Here in Atlanta.
That's right, because I saw him there, and then I saw him once at a bigger theater
Oh, okay.
with my wife. And when the performance that we saw, when I sat there and I watched it, and I like to watch stand up more as an art form.
Sure.
So it was like watching a jazz performer. I just totally got into him because I loved the way he was having a good time. It was a very, very small, intimate crowd.
Yes.
And I think he knew it. And he just got up and had a good time. And he was just sharp. And it was just really, really good.
And super engaging.
Perfect.
Like very engaging.
Yeah.
Just you didn't want to. You were just enthralled the entire time. You didn't want to be done.
Well, obviously, as we've proven, we could go on and do this forever.
Yeah.
It's sort of a topic we both really like, right?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I like it so much that I brought jokes of my own.
What? You're going to do some stand up?
I got jokes.
Have you ever done stand up?
I have not, but I
wait a minute. You kind of did.
improv.
No, you did for your company show that time, remember?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
you did some stand up.
So at my company we have a thing where you the first company long meeting that we have or company wide meeting that we have, new people have to get up and introduce themselves, and one of the things they have to do after they talk just a tiny bit about themselves is they have to entertain people,
Yeah.
the rest of the company. So most people sing. It's just kind of a standard thing to do. Some people bring in instruments and play guitars
Yeah.
or play music.
You
I
decided.
decided to tell jokes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
And-
surprised I still work there.
I remember you telling me it was pretty controversial. Well, you asked me to write a few, and I mean, I didn't write jokes, but I found some jokes for you.
Right.
And I put together a bit of a stand-up act for you, and then you added to it,
I ad-libbed completely.
which I think that's not a good thing for you to do
It's not.
in mixed company.
And what's happened is since that day, new trainees hear about that.
You're
their-
famous now.
That is their warning.
It's the way not to do things.
This is how you don't tell jokes
Right.
at my company. You want me to tell that joke?
You might. Okay.
Okay. What is the difference between a drug dealer and a prostitute?
Don't know what.
A prostitute can wash her crack and resell it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You told that at your company.
In front of my boss, the president of the company.
You've never told me that joke before.
They were also adamant prior to telling that joke that I had to keep it family oriented.
Well,
And I still went ahead and told
Manson
that joke.
family.
What's funny is that after the meeting, I apologized to the president of the company because I was told to. And also I felt bad. I guess I didn't realize how bad it was.
Yeah.
But their words were, well, at least you didn't use any profanity.
Okay.
So, but these jokes that I have
Crack
today
washing is okay.
are great jokes.
Okay.
Okay, I just have a few, so bear with me here. You know why the old lady fell down the well?
Why did the old lady fall down the well?
She didn't see that well. I'm sorry, I love that joke.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
No.
Okay, when you have a bladder infection, you're in trouble.
Oh no. You're. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's a potty
I
joke.
love it. Oh, here's a biblical joke.
Okay. I need some God right now.
What kind of pet did Lehi have?
Lehi?
Yeah,
Lehi or Levi? Lehi?
Lehi.
I don't know. I don't even know who Lehi is.
He had a flea.
A flea? What do you mean by a flea?
The Lord told Lehi to take his family and flee into the wilderness.
Oh, I got it now.
So he had to flee.
He was with the Chili Peppers. I got you now. I see.
How does NASA plan a party? Sorry, I just totally jacked that one up.
How does NASA
Nope.
plan a party?
Nope.
How does a party plan NASA?
No,
How
it's
does-
supposed to be how does NASA organize a party?
How does NASA organize a party?
They plan it.
Planet. Oh.
Jesus, Sherry.
I don't know that it would have been any better if you had not said it.
Okay, I got a couple more and that's it.
Really?
Yep.
Seriously?
I stayed up all night wondering where the sun had gone.
Okay.
Then it dawned on me.
No.
Yeah.
No. Even Tony
Yeah.
Orlando is crying right now.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Man.
Okay, so my last one.
Thank you. Now's when we need to have applause when like a lot of people clapping. Like, yeah.
Actually, we do that at work when somebody's singing really horribly. We all just start clapping and
Yeah.
or they leave. Okay, this is an awesome one. I have saved this one specifically for you, Rick.
Okay.
What kind of music do wind turbines like?
Wind turbines. What kind of music do wind turbines like?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
They are huge metal fans.
Huge metal fans. Big metal
Huge metal fans.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh wow. I'm so glad that's the end of the of the jokes there.
I think they're funny, and I think other people think they're funny too. Even though you
Okay.
roll your eyes and sigh at me.
We should do a little quiz and see how many people. We'll do a little poll and see how many people want more of those jokes.
Because I will bring the
Oh,
dad jokes.
I know you will. You definitely will. Well, here's what we'll do to cleanse the palate.
What?
Let's play a little Zubmundo.
That's right. We didn't play our Zobmondo.
Let's do some Zubmundo. Drop a
deuce?
color. No, a color.
That's disgusting.
Give me a
Sherry.
color.
Okay.
What do we got?
Oops, I dropped
That's
two.
too many.
That's too many. Okay.
One too many. You got a blue one.
I got the blue one.
Blue one is for appearance/embarrassment.
Appearance/embarrassment?
That's right. They don't have anything to do with one or the other.
That's
but
an odd category.
okay. Which would you rather do? Have a working TV installed in your forehead,
My forehead.
or an operational telephone in your back?
Okay. I have questions.
Either a TV in your head or a phone in your back.
I have questions.
Okay.
Who would have the remote to the TV?
Well, here's the deal. I mean, when you think about it, if you've got a TV installed in your forehead, you can't watch it.
You can if you have a mirror.
Everything would be backward. I mean, is it like tilted in so your brain can see it?
I don't know.
That doesn't make
Your brain
sense
doesn't
to
have
me.
eyes.
And who's going to use the phone in your bag? You're walking around.
I'm
Somebody
not
goes,
because
"Excuse
I
me,
can't reach my back.
let me put a coin right here." Ching. And then they use the phone. The
Put a
telephone.
coin in the slot.
I know.
Ah.
It's another crack joke. All right, but you've got to choose one.
Oh,
They both seem pretty useless to me.
they're both rather useless, yeah. And completely imaginary. But I would say I would go with the TV in my forehead.
Okay. Well, at least if you have a telephone in your back, you could cover it up if you wanted to. But if you got a TV in your forehead, you'd have to wear a hat or.
No,
Funky
I would
hair.
use it as a personal billboard on which I would
that's
just,
true. You can make money.
Yeah.
Okay, make some
yeah.
cash.
Advertising,
All
man.
right, I got you.
Advertising.
I see where you're going with it.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
All right, so it's my turn. No, that's the good thing about this game is there's no right or wrong answer.
It's just
Whatever you
would
want.
you rather? Yeah.
Oh, I got a
Oh,
yellow
you got a
one.
yellow one.
It's
Okay.
Yeller. I
In-
got a lemon one.
In this game, yellow stands for random. All
Random.
right.
I get a random one.
Would you rather
Yes.
lose your mate to the same sex as yourself
Mm-hmm.
or the opposite?
The opposite.
You would rather lose your wife to a woman
Yes.
than to another man.
Yes. I've thought about that one.
Have you seriously?
Oh yeah.
And explain that rationality to me.
Well, it's dude rational. I mean, it's totally a dude thought. if you lose to another dude, then the dude is better than you. If you lose her to a female, it's just like you can't control it. It's like, okay, well, she liked that. Well, I don't have that. I can't compete. I understand. So, I mean, you don't want to lose. Well, I mean, I'm sure some people would, but you don't want to necessarily lose your mate to anyone. But if you've got to pick, and I've thought about this a lot of times, it's just like, because I've thought, what if the person that I'm with comes to me and says, I've had an affair? Would I rather them have an affair with opposite sex or same sex? And it's always opposite. I would rather opposite.
Opposite than you.
Yeah,
not
because that's
opposite than
kind of
them.
hot. If she comes and she says that, and you're like, really? Did you make any video?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if it's a dude, I mean, that's it. It's
over.
Yeah.
Well, now
'cause
see, you
she's
and
always
I-
comparing you to the dude.
Absolutely.
I mean, if it's if it favors you, but if you're better than the dude, why would she have gone to the dude?
right. To
So it's-
find out, I guess.
I know, but the dude is always going to have the better spot, I think.
I will tell you right now
Yeah.
that I am not condoning cheating in any way, shape, or form.
No.
I will also say that you and I have had that conversations in that vein a few times.
I think we did, yeah.
Because you and I used to be together,
Right.
and I am bisexual.
Right.
So we had to discuss things occasionally.
Right.
And I recall those same feelings coming from you.
Well, when I first, and I won't go into detail, some of it's personal, I guess, but when I first met you, you were like, oh, no, I'm sure this is what I'm going to do. I want to do that. And then I was like, I don't know. I mean, is that, and then we were together for a while, and you were like, oh, I'm starting to get these kind of feelings or urges. And I was like, what? I thought we had taken care of that. And then I remember at one time saying, I don't want you to cheat, but if you did cheat, and if it was with a female, I wouldn't be as mad.
Right. Something like that.
Yeah, that's so dude ego driven, though.
It really is.
I mean,
It really is.
Cheating is cheating, but it's just like you got permission to do it.
And by the way, folks who are listening, all two of you, I am perfectly capable of monogamy.
Yeah, but you didn't. As far as I know, you didn't cheat.
I never cheated
No,
on you.
we didn't.
Yeah, I'm not a cheater. Not a cheater.
Cheater,
I'm
banana eater.
no,
Doesn't
ew.
make sense. Anyway, so Zabmondo.
Zabmondo.
I have thought of that. I would like to know, because I think that's a dude thing. I would really like to know. And then I've also thought of this. Here's something else.
Okay.
Would you? I'm going to switch this around a little bit. If you're going to cheat, if you are going to
Like
cheat,
me personally.
yeah, because I think we might have been talking about this.
I don't even have anybody to
before.
cheat on.
We may have talked about this. I was going to say, if you're going to cheat, would you cheat with someone you know? Would you rather cheat with someone you know or someone you don't know?
Well, that's some. Oh, look, there's a dead roach on your floor. I think I would rather. No, I can't. I don't know.
Wow. Okay, I
I-
didn't realize that was that hard.
Okay. If I'm gonna cheat, or if I'm okay, let me start over. If I'm gonna have sex
Yeah.
with any person,
Okay.
I kind of like to know them first.
Okay. Well, that's not what I meant, really. I'm just saying. I mean, you obviously, it's probably. I mean, it could be a stranger, but it's probably not going to be a stranger. But I mean, like a good friend.
Okay.
Somebody you've known for a few years, or
Right.
somebody you just kind of immediately know.
Probably somebody new.
Yeah.
Because if I'm cheating, that's gonna jack everything up in my life. So that person would be enthralled in that and
Right.
encompassed by that and become part of the icky situation.
Yeah, it seems more complicated to do something like that with somebody you know.
Right.
Less complicated with somebody you don't know.
Right.
But I would go the more complicated. I think I would do. For me, I think I'd be just because I feel like that. For me, that kind of relationship, intimate type relationship, is better with somebody that I know. And if it's somebody that you know, if it's like one of your hot friends and you're doing it and you're not supposed to, it sort of makes it hotter.
No,
I
you're
know,
not-
it's
no,
totally wrong, but
no.
it still
because
does.
what happens is, okay, anytime anybody cheats on anybody, and by cheating I mean has zero permission from their partner, has and their partner has zero knowledge of it, and you totally know you're doing it behind their back, and you totally know it's going to hurt their feelings.
Right.
So that's what cheating is to me. If you're doing that with anybody, every party in that triangle, square, whatever, how many people are involved, every person in that is going to be hurt. Yeah. Every single person, including you.
Sure.
So that means that if this is someone that you know and have known for a while and care about, not only are you hurting your partner, now you're hurting your friend by choice, and you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
So, and you're going to lose both your partner and your friend.
I agree, but I would still do it the wrong way. Because that's what I do. That's why my life is a disaster. I would totally do it the wrong way. I've got this thing here that I want to read.
Oh,
I
that's
found
a book.
Today. This is something about love, and we're talking about. I guess we're talking
about sex.
We're talking more about sex, but this is some information about love that I found today. Okay. So according to the organizers of the first international conference on love and attraction, did you even know that existed? In 1990. Now this is their definition of love. Did you know there's a definition? Love is the cognitive, affective state characterized by intrusive and obsessive fantasizing concerning reciprocity.
No, let me try that.
Reciprocity. I don't know.
Let me do that for you.
Reciprocity.
Thank you.
I got you. Couldn't get it out. Of amorant feeling by the object of the amorance. Amorance.
Depends on what country
I never learned to read. That's such a scholarly.
Wait, that's the definition of love?
That's what they came up with.
That's some crap right there.
More recently, academics in England and Italy have delved into this more deeply into the meaning of true love. The British, using sophisticated brain scanning techniques found in 1999. It's quite a while, almost 20 years ago.
Party like it's 1999.
That the sites in the brain that are most active when a person falls in love are generally the same as those stimulated by cocaine.
Absolutely.
Did you know that?
Yes.
The Italians added to this by looking at the changes in the brain chemicals of people in love. Their conclusion was that love is a form of obsessive compulsive behavior.
Certainly.
I don't have a problem with that. Okay, so according to a recent survey, when a man says, "I love you," the odds are 4-1 that he's just saying it to get the person that he's speaking to into bed.
So 4-1. If a man tells me he loves me, likely he's just trying to get me into bed.
Yep.
And I'll be like, that's the best line I've ever heard.
Other survey results include the following. 2% of people have fallen in love in a supermarket.
Nice.
2%. Just 2.
Just 2.
12% of business travelers say they think about sex while traveling. 12? That's awfully low.
That's very low.
13% of women have said, "I love you," just to have sex.
I mean, sometimes it is a pickup line that works both ways.
15% of people said they would accept an emailed proposal of marriage. 15%?
Not from a prince in Nairobi.
I don't know.
Okay.
34% of men say they have faked an orgasm.
It's a thing.
34%.
Yeah.
35% of 18 to 24-year-olds say they have had oral sex while driving.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Hey, now. Can't drive that way. 38% of Canadian women would prefer to eat chocolate than make love. These are the Canadians.
That's weird.
38%. 49% of men are dissatisfied with their sex lives. Almost half of men.
Do you know why that is?
Because they're filling out surveys instead of having sex.
That's part of it. But it's also, in my belief, it's because men have very vivid fantasy lives. And they would like to play some of those fantasies out.
Okay.
But they're afraid to ask their partner.
I don't know that that's true.
I think it is.
My wife bought the otter costume.
Ooh.
No problem with that.
She oughter put it on tonight.
She oughter put it on. Oh, no. We're still doing the dad jokes. 50% of women say the experience of losing their virginity was disappointing or awful. Half of women say that. I would think that would be a little higher. 52% of British couples have made love in a car.
Okay.
What if it's oral sex while they were driving?
Maybe.
53% of people believe in love at first sight.
Wait, how many?
53%.
That's insane.
It happened to me.
How can you love somebody the first time you see them?
I did. I got married to her.
So full of
55% of men say they would not have sex with a female boss in order to gain promotion.
Bullshit.
I think that's a smart thing, though.
Oh, it's definitely smart.
Yeah. 61% of men claim to have had an affair with a work colleague. So not your boss, but a work colleague. 61%.
Yeah. Yeah.
That much over half of men have had sex.
Infidelity is rampant.
I work for myself, so
Well,
figure that out.
You have sex with yourself all the time.
70% of divorce petitions are filed by women.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, it kind of goes with the last statistic.
71% of American men are satisfied with the size of their partner's breasts.
Good.
What if their partner doesn't have breasts?
Then they're satisfied with that.
I'm satisfied with my partner's breasts. Should I say that on the air?
I don't want to know.
84% of pet owners would rather have their toes licked by their dog than by their partner.
Absolutely.
That's weird.
And I can't even stand that.
That's weird.
Don't stick my toes in your mouth. That's disgusting.
It's not disgusting, but 84% would rather have their dog do it? That's wrong. That's something wrong with that. The average British male learned about sex at school, lost his virginity just before he was 18, makes love 105 times a year.
That's it?
Who counts? Marries for the first time when he's 29.8 to a woman 2.1 years younger,
Normally.
and divorces at 31.5.
Wow.
Average British man. The average Brazilian, by contrast, learned from his friends, started at 16.5, makes love 107 times per year.
Less.
That's 2 more.
Oh.
And wishes his partner was Demi Moore. This was 1999.
Okay.
So Demi Moore is probably more in the news. But anyway, that's about love right there.
That's an interesting little bit of information.
I know.
That you just shared.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of eye opening. Well, here's something else that's eye opening.
Oh, you have eye-opening things to share with me today.
Well, we got more love.
Oh.
As you know, we do like to help people who fall in love
Absolutely.
and are looking for people that maybe
Oh dear God, no.
that they might not have
No.
have like connected with
Don't
and wanted
do
to.
it.
What the fuck? I just put. Okay, here we go.
All right. Really? I
don't
think
know what
you
happened to
should
it.
cut that part out.
No. Misconnections. As you know, we like to help people make some connections, and we've got some misconnections. These are people who have met quite possibly their perfect person in the world.
I will
and
tell
then they
you-
missed. They didn't quite connect, and they're frantically trying to connect with those people. And we're here to help them out.
You are.
I am here to help them out.
This is my least favorite part of the show.
Noah, do you love this secretly? You just don't want to say it. All right, so our first misconnection is from Atlantic Station here.
Oh, I was just there Sunday.
Maybe this is about you.
Doubtful.
Blonde soccer mom.
Nope. Not me.
You were at Atlantic Station Sunday night. That's the 20th of this month.
That's the day I was there.
So maybe you saw this person.
Maybe.
With your kiddos around 8 p.m.
I was there at 8 p.m.
You were preoccupied herding your minis, so I don't think you noticed me walking to my car. And here's the thing. If she didn't notice, this is all stupid.
Right.
But I certainly noticed you. I'd love to find out more about you. Couldn't tell if you were wearing a wedding ring or not. In the unlikely event you see this, tell me the color and make of your SUV. So, all right.
Stalker alert.
The premise of this, a man saw a woman loading up kids into an SUV. He didn't introduce himself. He doesn't even know if she saw him, and he's expecting her to get in touch with him. And
What? Because he thinks she's desperate?
he wants to find out more about her.
I guess.
That is weird. I'm sorry.
It's a
That
little
doesn't work.
stalkerish.
All right. Next one in New York City, Ditmas Avenue in New York City. I don't know where that is.
Neither do I.
Some people will. Veteran on the F train. I wonder if that's metaphorical. Every morning, I can't wait to see you get on the train. I always position myself in the area you're going to sit.
That's
Wait a
definitely
minute.
metaphoric.
This is suddenly turning into an adult thing. When you swagger in, my heart skips a beat. When you are reading something on your iPhone, I can't help but stare at you, especially when you tilt your head back and start listening to music. I see the muscles in your forearm, and I can tell when you grab something, it's hard to get away.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Let's have coffee, sweetie.
No, he
That's
didn't.
what it says.
Oh.
Okay.
That was a man.
Here's the thing: the new versions of the misconnections, it doesn't have male or female, so you have to put that on there. It's not
I guess
automatic.
they're not, requiring that you
Yeah.
admit your gender, so that's good.
But it makes it more difficult, I think, to connect because people are like, "Is that be me? I don't know."
True.
All right, cute ginger at Cups in Brandon, Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
You were really cute redhead guy sitting at the window this morning. I think I noticed you looking at me once or twice.
Ooh.
I was definitely checking you out.
But you didn't walk up and say anything?
No, why didn't you do it then if you really wanted to know?
Oh, my God.
Brandon, Mississippi, ginger, you might have a date. Who knows? All right, this one's more...
Wait. That's all they
That's
said?
it.
I was definitely checking
He
you
was
out.
just running through. I didn't even try to set anything up. The guy
Okay.
this person has no good plan.
No,
This is more your speed. This could be you, except it's in Billings, Montana.
it's not me.
Purple hair. That's the name of the misconnection. I saw you with your friend at Bed Bath & Beyond. You have to be the most beautiful looking woman I have seen in this town.
Oh,
It's Billings, Montana.
It's
How
not
many
hard to
people have
do.
you seen? You bought a pillow and other things. Tell me what color the pillow was and what color your shirt was so that I will know it's you.
why?
I-
Why would she do that?
I'm just going to say the pillow was white. I think it's white.
Nope. I'm gonna go with, if she has purple hair, she likes color in her life. I'm gonna go with probably coral.
Coral,
Yeah.
or even purple. If she got purple hair, she probably likes purple.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm going to be sleeping. I don't want my hair dye to get all over the pillow. So I'm gonna do
Absolutely. I have purple pillow sheets for that
purple.
very
And
reason.
I'll bet you a purple shirt too.
Probably.
All right, we figured it out.
Yep.
Anybody in Billings, go ahead and answer this ad. Just say purple, and maybe you have a date.
All
all right.
purple all the time.
In Ashtabula, Ohio.
I don't know that that's how you say it.
I probably, but I really like saying that.
Okay.
Ashtabula. It could be Ashtabula. Ashtabula. This is drive-through KFC.
Oh,
Came
okay.
through just before noon today. That's May 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
You were working the window.
That's today.
Yep. I would say you're in your early 40s. Wouldn't it be weird if she was 20? She'd be like, 40, screw you. I'm
Screw
not gonna-"
you.
Red uniform shirt. Well, they all have
Duh.
that. And reddish hair. Just would like to say I found you extremely attractive. Would love to meet and talk to you sometime. Long shot. You see this? Who knows? There you go. Misconnections.
Wait, did he give any instructions on
Nope.
how to?
No. Just
God.
if you're KFC, I think the dude wants free chicken. That's what's happening there.
That's exactly.
He
what
just
it is.
wants some free chicken,
Yep.
and he's trying to set it up as a date.
Yep. I mean, when you ate meat, you would totally do the same thing.
Oh
for
yeah,
KFC
for free chicken, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. So I'm gonna mark some of this stuff off.
So that you remember where you're at and what you've talked
Hey,
about.
you know what we did this week?
What did we do?
Or let's think it was last week. We sold underwear.
We did.
Freaking underwear. So we talked about underwear on the show
Right.
a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
I just talked about some underwear that I have. And then someone, was it Donnie? Was that his name?
Yes, Donnie.
Donnie emailed us. He went out and bought underwear because we talked about it.
Well, here's what happened is he texted me because we're friends.
Uh-huh.
And he said, what is this underwear you guys are talking about? And I sent him an image of what I thought you were talking about because you never showed me which brand you were
Well,
discussing.
I wasn't going to take it off. I wasn't going to drop my
Well,
drawers.
no, but I mean, you didn't give me a link or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
So I found something, and he's like, oh, that's way better than what I found because, you know.
He said he found the elephant with the trunk. I'm
Right.
sorry, but that's not what I'm talking about.
No.
It's a totally
So
different
next,
hole.
like 2 days later, he sends me a picture of a box. He's like, I've never gotten underwear in a box, but he bought it.
He bought it.
He bought it.
I feel like we should get I think the company should send us something now.
But it wasn't the company that we talked
No,
about.
well, we didn't mention the company, so he was kind of buying blind there. But anyway, but like I said, there's a lot of companies that are making the same type of underwear.
Yes.
So he bought it out. He's trying it. I hope
So
he likes it.
he sent us an email?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was like through Facebook or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. And I told him pics or it didn't happen.
Yeah, you were trying to get him some pictures, and I had to make sure that wasn't me doing that. Right?
But his response was that it definitely separates the Frank from the beans.
Hello.
That's what he said.
All right, to be frank.
So thanks, Donnie. Thanks for buying new panties.
Buying new underwear.
Yeah.
We should sell underwear to everyone.
Why
We
not?
should have this epic disaster underwear. That'd be awesome.
With the logo on?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
we should.
Okay.
Yeah, and they can poke through the little logo. No.
No.
So this happened today.
What?
I was out. I went to Goodwill, which I do frequently.
I know you do.
I sometimes just do it just to walk around. It's
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
to walk around.
It's like antiquing, only not.
It's very much like that. Even if I'm not wanting to buy something, it's just kind of a stress reliever. So I'm in there today, and this over the loudspeaker, they say, "Hello, customers. Today is Senior Citizen Day. If you are 55 or older, you get 25% off." That's what they said. Now,
Yay!
okay.
You
First of all,
got called a senior citizen.
Senior citizen is not 55 or 56. Senior citizen is like 65.
No.
Right? That's when you
55.
retire.
It's senior citizens are at 55. You are considered a senior
No,
citizen.
I don't
You can
believe
get
that.
senior discounts now.
I know, but I could get it when I was in my 50s too, and I wouldn't take it. So I
Liar.
got no. I'm serious.
You refuse.
Yeah, they tried to give it to me today, and I wouldn't take it.
Really?
I'm not going to take a senior citizen discount.
Why not?
I'm 56. That's not a senior.
It's a discount.
I'm not taking it. I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
so
not going
stubborn.
To
You are so stubborn.
If they said we give an ugly girl discount, would you go, "I'll take it"?
Sure.
No, you wouldn't.
Why not?
You'd be like, "Well, I'm not going to take it because I'm not ugly." Well, that's that. I'm not going to take it because I'm not senior. I'm not a senior citizen. 56 is not senior.
Okay.
And so I got my items, and I went up to the counter, and I got and the girl, she's ringing me up. She goes, "Are you a senior?" And I actually said, "If I was, I wouldn't tell you."
Oh.
And she laughed.
Uh-huh.
And she said, "You get a discount." And I said, "I don't care. I'm
Don't
not getting
care.
it."
So right there, you told her that you're a senior.
No, I just said, "I'm not going to take a discount. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not taking it." That's so rude. It's rude.
Why is it rude?
They should give that only to old people. I mean, I'm not old. They shouldn't give it out to people who aren't yet old.
I almost just spit vodka on the floor.
I just feel like you should deserve it at this point. I don't deserve it. I haven't done anything to be a senior yet.
And you think in 10 years you will?
No, but I won't remember it. I won't know in 10 years. My life is still lived like a college student. I shouldn't be given a senior citizen discount.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Okay.
That's my policy.
But at the same time, some places do give out discounts to college students. You, on the other hand, would not get that.
Who does? What?
Lots of companies give out.
No, I won't take it. If I'm at a restaurant, if I'm at a movie theater, if they had like free movie day for seniors, I will not take it.
I just got done saying a lot of places give out discounts to college students.
Oh, yeah.
And you just said you live your life like a college student.
No.
But you would not qualify
No.
for that discount.
No, I wouldn't do it.
So why not take the senior?
If I was in college, I would do it.
Why not take the senior discount
no.
since you qualify for it?
Well, why don't you take the ugly girl discount? Huh?
There's no such fucking thing.
There could be.
But there isn't.
I'm not taking senior. I'm not taking it. Now, if they had an ugly dude discount, I would take that.
See?
I earned that. I earned it. I should have that. Well, so I bought some books, that's what I usually buy when I'm at Goodwill anyway. I'll buy books. Unless we're having our thrift party gifts, our thrift store gift party.
Right.
Which we did. And by the way, that tape right there, this Waffle House tape is yours. You should take that home.
I'm not.
Anyway, so I bought some books. So the other day I bought some books. I bought some poetry books. I was reading.
Sure.
And I'm reading the poetry book, and I'm enjoying it. And then I set it down.
Okay.
And then a few minutes later, I go back to read it again. And every cat that I have is gathered around that book, sniffing it.
Uh-oh.
And I thought, oh, my cats like poetry. What is going on? And so I thought, that's just weird. And I pick it up and I look, and I could see on the book there are some stains.
Oh, no.
And so I thought, oh, man, this must be like somebody had a cat or a cat pee or something. And I smell the book. So
Why would you do that?
because I'm trying to figure out. So I'm smelling the book, which was the second best Spinal Tap album, Smell the Book. And so I'm smelling, and I can't smell anything. I don't smell, it doesn't smell like cat pee. It doesn't smell like anything. It smells like
Okay.
an old book.
Uh-huh.
But to the cats, it smelled like something. They were really getting into it. But there was obvious stains on it. And so then I started thinking, what the hell happened to this book? Because when I go in, I just buy books at Goodwill. I don't even think about really. Sometimes I'll bring a book home that's a little dirty or something, and I'll wipe it down. But I don't think a whole lot about it. I just go buy a book and I bring it home. And then the stains, and I just think old book stains. I don't think.
Sure.
And then I started thinking, what if someone who's reading this book and they're sitting in their chair, they're reading the book, and they die, and their body starts decaying, and they don't find the person for weeks,
Right.
And that's body juice
Yes.
on that book.
Yes.
And now I bought this book at Goodwill, and I got somebody's dead body juice all over it.
Yes.
And the cats are like, dead body juice.
Right.
And I'm like freaking out. Do I need to take it back?
Because we can't not talk about death in a podcast.
But we don't know what now. I just realized I don't know what's on any of these books. I don't know who's had them.
Nope. And
I don't know what they did with them.
You handle them. And then you take those hands that you handled those books with.
I know.
And you rub your nose and your eyes.
No, I took like bleach, a Clorox bleach wipe, and I wiped down the cover, and then I took some Lysol and I sprayed the pages of it really good to try to kill any kind of germs. But still, it still has the stains on it. So dead body juice is still in the book.
Do you know what's funny is right before you started that analogy about dude reading a book and dying and getting dead body juice on it, I was thinking in my head, I was picturing somebody dying, falling over dead in their apartment and landing on their bookcase.
Yeah.
And,
And just oozing.
they come and they
Right.
move the body, but then they give the books to
They
Goodwill.
don't think about it. They're just like, let's get rid of these books.
Right.
Well, the way I look at it, I mean, a cat, most of the time, a cat's not going to be like, let's get in the bookcase and pee.
Right.
Now, maybe somebody laid it on the floor or something, and cat or dog peed on it. I don't know. But it didn't smell like it. And, of course, it didn't smell like body juice, but I don't know what a lot of body juice smells like. But anyway, but I don't know, because I feel like my theory now is probably more accurate.
Okay.
The dead person reading the book.
Yep.
It's like some old woman, some old teacher. She's in her 90s. She
Reading her
loves poetry.
Book of poetry.
She sat down to read the book of
Yep.
poetry, and she fell asleep and died in the middle of this. And no one checked on her.
Right.
Somebody's grandma.
That's sad.
I know. And no one checked on her, and she just stayed there for a long, long time. And now her body is in my book.
Yes, it is.
I think that's what's happened.
Maybe it's
I have
adding to the poetry
It could, but certainly the cats enjoy it.
through osmosis.
But now I don't know. Should I continue buying books
Of course.
at Goodwill?
Those books didn't
Body
do anything
juice
wrong.
books?
Sure.
Body Farm books?
Depending on the body juice.
I know, but how are you supposed to know? I mean, obviously, if it was blood, you would know. But I mean, the other stuff, you don't know.
You don't know if somebody jizzed in that book.
Hey, now we're talking. I mean, not a poetry book.
You never know. Maybe they're really excited by poetry.
Ralph Waldo Emerson, yes, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. And now I'm creeped out, and I'm afraid to go get books there now because I don't want body juice books.
Body juice books.
But I got tons of books, and I think if I had to die, that'd be an awesome way to die, though, on my books.
Here's what's going to happen.
Soak into the
I
book.
have this image of what's about to happen.
Okay.
You're going to be home one day,
Mm-hmm.
and your OCD is going to take over, and you're going to go to one of your many, many bookshelves,
Yes.
and you're just going to start taking books off and wiping them down with Clorox
I've already done
and
that.
spraying them all with Lysol.
I did that already.
Page by
Yeah.
page
Yeah.
by page.
Not page by page, but this was, how those books that have their pages are sort of like newsprint.
Uh-huh.
So that's where the juice was. So I just sprayed along.
Juice.
I just sprayed along the pages because I knew the Lysol would soak in really good.
And kill the body juice.
Yeah, but I mean, still, my cats are very interested in them. So I don't know.
In
Maybe
that
cat
particular
died on
book?
it. Oh God.
So that's cat juice.
I don't know. I think we should stop talking about it now.
Okay. Now you don't want to read that book anymore.
I don't want to read the book anymore. We said we weren't going to do a long podcast, and we already have done a long podcast.
All right.
We still have a couple things we do. First of all, we have to add to our playlist. Now, we did not get anybody this week contributing.
But that's because we just did a podcast 2 days ago.
That's exactly right.
Right.
And so then that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But what we do want, you don't have to contribute every week, but we do want you to vote every week.
Yes.
You should go and look through, vote for your favorites. The thing is, we don't want like 20, 30, 40 songs that have one vote each. Because then it's a big tie.
Because then it's just us picking.
Yeah, then it's a big tie. So please go and vote. Make sure you vote enough. You can vote more than once, really. I mean,
Per song. You can vote
Sure.
20 times for one song.
For your favorite song.
Get that song up
That's
there.
right.
And then you know it's going to be on the
Make
playlist.
it competitive.
Yeah.
So do that. Go to thisepicdisaster.com.
Mm-hmm.
You will see where it's a summer 2018 playlist, and all of the music will be listed there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to add to our own this week. We're going to be adding.
I only have one submission, to be honest with you.
That's all I have.
Actually, I have two. I just couldn't. I never looked up
I
what
only
the
have
name
one.
of the song is. I just had this song stuck in my head, and I'm gonna look it up.
All right. While you're looking it up, I'll give mine.
Yes, please do.
This week, my choice is Summertime Blues by Brian Setzer. I'm doing the Brian Setzer version this time.
Yeah.
Originally, I think it was Eddie Cochran. I'm not doing the Eddie Cochran version, although if you like Eddie Cochran, that's fine. But there's something about the Brian Setzer version I tend to like a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pick that.
Okay, I like
Summertime
that.
Blue by Brian Setzer.
All right, so I do have two.
Two. Wow.
Yes, one of mine is "Summertime, Summertime" by the Jamies. Don't
I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's before your time.
Okay.
But you've heard the song.
Maybe.
Absolutely. I'm going to make you listen to it as soon as we're done here.
Okay.
So, Summertime, Summertime by the Jamies.
Summertime,
Some. That's it.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just made that up.
No, you didn't.
I did. I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I didn't know that's how it went.
Okay. Do you want to know what the other one is?
I do want to know.
It's Kiss
Oh,
with...
look it up.
No, that doesn't remind me of summer. That reminds me of something else.
All right. Kiss.
What is the actual name of the song?
Well, I don't know, but we're wasting a lot of time.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
go.
Rock and Roll All Night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wanna rock and roll on that.
That's it.
Wish I had all my Kiss albums.
I've seen them live 3 times in my life.
Really?
Once with makeup and once without.
That's 2.
Or twice without. Sorry, twice without.
I don't think you ever told me that. I was a big Kiss fan in high school, and then I went to college and got very religious, and I threw all of my albums away because I thought they were devils.
Stupid.
I thought it was devil music.
Stupid.
Tossed it all away.
Stupid.
This stood for Kings in Satan's service. That's what they told us.
Stupid.
They were all messengers of the devil.
Good God.
And I threw them away. And then years later, I was like, they're just clowns. It's theatrics.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Because then you turned into a theater major
I know.
rather than a seminary major.
Yeah, it was weird. But anyway, so now I don't have any of my Kiss albums. And now, you might want to turn this down if you like Kiss. Now, I think they're one of the shittiest bands ever in rock and roll.
What they're producing now.
Just all along, it's horrible. The music is terrible. But if you, I love the theatrics. It's one of the reasons why I like them. But if you ever stop and listen to the music, it's kind of weak.
I'll tell you, I saw one of the times I saw them. You know who opened for them?
Journey.
Anthrax.
Oh, weird. That would be like one. That's like after the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This was at the
newer incarnations.
At San Francisco Civic Center back in the late 80s.
I was trying to think of all the people that they discovered because you're one of your favorite bands, Missing Persons.
Oh, yeah.
They discovered them. They discovered Van Halen.
Yeah?
I can't remember all the rest of them.
Interesting.
But Kiss brought a lot of new acts in.
Go Kiss.
All right.
Tell me what you think about this beer.
I kind of like it.
Okay.
It's very clean tasting. Doesn't have a lot of bitter. There's a slight little bitterness to it in the back. When I first started drinking it, that was my thought. Was it's just very clean. It doesn't have a harsh taste.
Right.
Very clear, almost watery. So it kind of reminds me of like the old Coors Light that I used to have.
Right, but not quite because it has some other flavor in there.
I like it. After I drank it a little while, I did get a little bit of the bitterness to the back of my throat, but not much, not bad.
Okay, so what are you going to rate it?
All right. I'm a little torn.
Ouch. That hurts.
Last week, I gave a really good beer 4. So I can't give this a 4.
No.
It's not that good.
It's not nearly.
But I believe it's better than a 3. I kind of think 3, but you always say I give all my beers 3. So I'll go 3.5.
Okay.
3.5, 3.5 this week. What do you think? Did you have enough of it to be able to judge?
I did. I remember what it tasted like. And I'm just going to give it a 2.5.
2.5?
It's just right in the middle. It's your average beer.
Embarrassing me. All right, then.
But you always rate high. I always rate low.
Not always.
I think so.
Okay. Thanks, people, for listening to the show. As you know, we're here every Monday. We got a new show that comes out every Monday.
Yep.
And if you have anything that you would like to get onto the show, any ideas, any notes, messages,
comments,
emails, whatever,
Sure.
send them to us at thisepicdisaster@gmail.com.
Yep.
We will read them. If you have suggestions for the shows, if you have a suggestion for topics, we did a couple of things today. Actually, the whole freaking first part of the show, the comedy thing, was a topic someone suggested.
It was.
So we will do that. If you have ideas, they don't have to be silly. They can be serious. We'll talk serious stuff
We do that.
as much as we can.
We did that last time.
That's right. So you could send them to us. And then if you want some stickers, because we have free stickers we will send you.
Yes.
When you send us the email, just give us your mailing address and we will mail stickers to you free.
We will. We
We've done it
won't
before.
even make you pay for the stamp.
I just thought of something. I was supposed to mail out stickers today and I forgot. No, I was supposed to mail them out yesterday and I forgot.
Whoops.
I better get those in the mail today.
Yes.
Tomorrow. I'll get those in the mail.
That listener
also,
wants their stickers.
That's right. Also, you can find us on Facebook. We're at This Epic Disaster on Facebook. We're at Twitter. We're at Instagram. We're everywhere. We have our
are.
own website, thisepicdisaster.com, where you can go and look at things. The main thing is we do the show for you. We want to hear from you. We want you to be involved. And we have fun doing it, and we hope you have fun listening to it. So send us feedback and let us know what you think.
Please.
That's how it goes. And we will reward you with stickers.
Stickers.
The stickers.
Yep.
Is that it? Have we done everything that we're supposed to do?
We have. It's time to close the show.
It's time to close the show. Thank you, folks, for listening. We will be here next week, and we'll do another show, and hopefully you'll be here too.
Have a great week.
Bye.